the Chloe cast have grown accustomed to putting on a sensational display over the course of the show's history. And Amber Turner and Chloe Brockett lead the glamorous reality show's stars on Thursday as they dressed to the nines for the Christmas special filming. Blonde beauty Amber, 28, looked undeniably striking in a strapless ruby jumpsuit, wearing her blonde hair in classic curls. One of Chloe's youngest cast members, Chloe, 21, flaunted her curves in a skin-tight leather dress, which was complemented by nude heels. While Amber's makeup was applied in neutral tones, including a nude lip, her best friend Chloe went noticeably bolder with a flick of red to her pout and thick eyelashes. Fitness advocate Amber was joined by her long-term beau Dan Edgar, who, unsurprisingly, rocked his typical suave style. The Sims sisters didn't disappoint with their finery and they posed up a storm as they arrived as a trio. Eldest Chloe, who recently celebrated her 40th birthday, was every inch the lady in red in a lengthy red patent coat which she wore with heeled boots the same hue. Middle sibling Frankie donned a belted white shirt which was chickly worn with wide-leg silver trousers. Demi, the youngest of the Sims clan, went for a slit-leg, yellow and black print dress, flashing her toned legs with chunky boots. It was announced earlier this year that a slew of Chloe stars would be getting axed from the reality show. Courtney Green and Chloe Meadows were the biggest casualties in the ITVB show's mass cull that saw 10 cast members axed. However, the best friends were back for the festive special of their former show and both wowed in white. Courtney opted for an off-the-shoulder satin number while Chloe went for a dazzling short suit. Last week it was reported that Liam Gatsby Blackwell and Danny Imbert had parted ways, only weeks after making their relationship official. Yet a representative for Gatsby told Mail Online of split rumors, "This is totally untrue. Liam and Danny are very much together." And the pair put on a united front during filming, with Danny sporting a short white outfit which she teamed with a trendy green bag. Brittany Hockley cozies up to her tennis star boyfriend Jordan Thompson as they reunite in Sydney after spending months apart. Brittany Hockley returned to Australia by herself in October after several months abroad on tour with her tennis star boyfriend Jordan Thompson. And on Friday, she was finally reunited with her beau in Sydney after months apart. The 34-year-old shared a photo of herself cuddled up to the 27-year-old athlete, with a picturesque view of the beach behind them. She simply captioned the image "Home" as they beamed for the selfie. Brittany's reunion with Jordan comes after she enjoyed a girls' night out with her friend Rebel Wilson at the ACTA Awards at the Sydney Opera House on Wednesday. She stunned on the red carpet in a white satin gown by Vera Wang, the same style worn by actress Zendaya to the 2019 Emmy Awards. While the corset featured nude lining over the chest, it was sheer everywhere else, showing off Britney's toned torso. It then flowed into a floor-length satin skirt with a small train, thigh-high split up one side and soft draping. Britney rounded out her ensemble with a pair of strappy sparkly stilettos and carried a pearl box clutch purse. Her long brunette hair was styled in loose waves and worn swept over to one side, and she donned bronzed makeup. Britney returned home to Australia back in October after flying out in June to join Jordan on the tennis tour and help his team with tournament logistics. The couple, who first met on celebrity dating app Raya last year, traveled across Europe and the United States for his matches. Claudia Carvin looks chic in a little black dress while Bo Ryan puts on a loved-up display with wife Cara at the star-studded Season 2 premiere of Stan Original Series Bump in Sydney. The Stan Original Series Bump has become one of the most popular and critically acclaimed shows on the streaming platform. And on Friday, the stars of the comedy drama stepped out in style for the blue carpet premiere of Bump's second season. Claudia Carvin led the pack in a simple and chic little black dress made from ribbed wool. The 49-year-old added a pop of color to the ensemble by wearing a pair of orange heels and dark red lipstick. Her brunette hair had blonde highlights, and she wore it up in a messy updo. Carlos was cool and casual in black pants and a matching t-shirt, and he threw a grey blazer over the top to smarten up the look. Natalie and Carlos lead the series, playing young parents who unexpectedly fall pregnant while still in high school. Besides the cast and crew, several prominent Stan ambassadors showed up to lend their support. Media personality Bo Ryan grabbed the limelight with his beloved wife Cara. The former NRL star looked handsome in a white t-shirt and a pair of beige chinos with white sneakers. He added a gold crucifix necklace, which he proudly wore outside his shirt. The glamorous Cara was hard to miss in a stunning floral frock and a pair of white heels that matched her husband's footwear. Stan ambassador Renee Barr was also there to interview the talent for the streaming giant. The popular TV host turned heads in a slinky grey dress that hugged her figure and featured sheer sleeves. In a surprising twist, she wore heeled brown flip-flops on her feet that added a stylish but casual element to the ensemble. Bump star Natalie recently said that being in the spotlight has made her more aware of her looks than she had previously been. "I'd never been self-conscious until Bump," the 26-year-old told the Sydney Morning Herald last month. "It made me go, ****T, people are really going to see what I look like and who I am. Maybe it will affect whether I work. It affects my livelihood, which is kind of intense." Natalie added that she still feels strange getting dressed up for glamorous photo shoots. "I never imagined myself with big earrings in, my nails painted and posing in a sheer designer dress," she said. "Sometimes I step outside of myself because I think about who I was or who I thought I would be and how I think of myself. It's almost like this weird thing is happening to me," the actress added. Natalie plays Olay in the series, a teenager who is thrust into motherhood after a surprise pregnancy. Stan has announced that Bump Season 2 will be released on the streaming platform on Boxing Day. In the new season, Olay, Morris, and the father of her child, Santi, Carlos Sanson Jr., will continue to get to know each other. Meanwhile, Angie, Claudia Carvin, and Dom, Angus Sampson, will be forced to deal with the fallout of their separation and the complicated new relationships and dramas they have found themselves immersed in. Music industry legend Michael Gdinsky will be honored at the Australian Open with a special tribute following his death from a fatal cocktail of drugs. Michael Gdinsky will be honored by the Australian Open at Melbourne's Rod Laver Arena. A tribute wall inside the arena will be raised to celebrate the legacy of the late music industry legend, the Herald Sun reported on Friday. Gdinsky brought dozens of local and international acts to Australian audiences over the decades, many of whom performed at the arena. His son, Matt, has been involved with creating the dedication, which will feature a mixture of digital, printed and painted tributes. He told the publication, "It's just great to see Dad's spirit and legacy continue to be showcased and to educate local and international attendees about his impact and influence on Melbourne as a city. And obviously his involvement in bringing music to the Australian Open and helping them see the vision of how it can be included in the event." Matt, who has taken over as CEO of Mushroom Records, said the gesture would have been appreciated by his late father. "To see them acknowledge him in the way they are, I know would put a smile on his face and definitely makes me and my family proud," he added. In March, Michael died in his sleep earlier this year after consuming a fatal mix of drugs. His death certificate, made public in court documents at the Supreme Court of Victoria, revealed he was also suffering cirrhosis of the liver and ischemic heart disease, and had recently fractured his spine. Gdinsky's passing was met with deep grief in the Australian music industry and beyond, with tributes flowing in from stars like Bruce Springsteen, Ed Sheeran, and Madonna. Michael founded his famous record label, Mushroom Records, in 1972 and slowly built a musical empire. In 2012, he was voted the most powerful person in Australian music and in the same year was named Melburnian of the Year. What's on Stage Awards replace Best Actress category with Best Female Identifying Role after non-binary Emma Corrin's nod for Anna X. Bosses at the What's on Stage Awards have replaced the show's Best Actor and Actress categories with Performer in a Male or Female Identifying Role. The change comes after nominee Emma Corrin, who is up for the gong for her stage debut Anna X, announced she was queer and non-binary, and will use pronouns she/they on her Instagram bio earlier this year. The new terminology for the prestigious awards will also apply to supporting roles and to musicals as well as plays. In Anna X, she plays a character based on the Russian fraudster Anna Sorokin, who conned Manhattan society into believing she was a wealthy heiress. The Best Performer in a Female Identifying Role in a Play category also includes Lily Allen for 2:22 AM Ghost Story, Sheila Atim for Constellations, Gemma Arterton for Walden, Patsy Ferran for Camp Siegfried and Saoirse Ronan for Tragedy of Macbeth. On coming out, Emma revealed in an ITV interview, "My journey has been a long one and has still got a long way to go. I think we are so used to defining ourselves. That's the way society works within these binaries, and it's taken me a long time to realize that I exist somewhere in between and am still not sure where that is yet. I know the people on social media and around the world who have been talking about it have helped me on my journey. When I started posting about it, it felt very scary and revealing, and I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do, but the feeling I've got from other people in the queer community has been wonderful. I just walked through from where we're staying along Canal Street, and it's just an amazing feeling of solidarity. It's a beautiful feeling to be among that sort of thing." In an interview with W Magazine, the Crown actress addressed her decision to publicly request her new pronouns, explaining it was important to put her authentic self out there. "It's hard when you have a platform, but I want to make everything feel very authentic," Emma said. "I think we've become much more aware of our positions in our communities and the circles in which we operate." Elsewhere in the chat, Emma reflected on her first kiss, admitting it wasn't quite the romantic moment she had hoped for. She recalled, "It was under a tree in a park by my house, and there were a group of guys playing rugby really nearby, and they were grunting and making weird noises. And I remember I laughed throughout the kiss. Yep. Broke up with me a week later, guys. I was heartbroken. Emma went on to reference the love of her life, but did not identify the mystery suitor or whether they are still together. Real Housewives of Melbourne star Anjali Ayo unveils her secret boyfriend of more than 2 years after publicly coming out as bisexual. Real Housewives of Melbourne star Anjali Ayo has gone public with her secret boyfriend. The former CNN anchor stepped out with coffee machinist Tim Hennessy for the launch of the European Hotel in St Kilda this week. The couple have been together for the past 2 years. But Anjali has kept the romance out of the public eye and off reality TV. When asked why she didn't feature Tim or her relationship on The Real Housewives of Melbourne, the 47-year-old told the Herald Sun that she saw no reason to put it on the show. One of Anjali's major storylines on the series saw her publicly come out as bisexual. The star, who has interviewed the likes of Kevin Spacey and Bill Clinton, said she had to keep her past relationships with women very secret due to her career. "It's a new thing for me, but I am openly bisexual," Anjali told Kyla Kirkpatrick over champagne. She went on to reveal how a scorned ex-partner shared her secret when their split became messy. "I kept it hidden for forever until a couple of years ago. I got out of the worst relationship of my life. And the person decided to destroy me by outing me to everybody," Anjali said. Kyla offered her support by saying, "You know, your true friends don't matter which way you swing, we love you no matter what." Anjali revealed in a piece to camera how she's turned the betrayal into something positive. "So since that person outed me, I decided to use that in a positive way. I couldn't be happier to be in this position and go, I'm bisexual and I love it," she said. Anjali added how people she's told often find it so sexy and that she's got more chances of a fairy tale ending now that she's got double the options. She was previously in a relationship with fellow media personality Jamie Dury. Kendall Jenner looks radiant as she leaves Kanye West and Drake's Free Larry Hoover concert in Los Angeles alongside her NBA beau Devin Booker. Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker made up a small fraction of the stars that were in attendance at Kanye West and Drake's Free Larry Hoover concert in Los Angeles on Thursday night. The socialite, 26, and her NBA beau, 26, maintained a considerably low profile as they left the gig, which was held in an effort to free Larry Hoover from prison and raise funds for prison reform organizations. The model oozed radiance in all black, accentuating her concert attire with black leather gloves and a shiny shoulder bag. Her glossy raven tresses were coiffed with a hint of wave and in typical Kendall style, she ensured her makeup was nothing short of effortless. Meanwhile, basketball sensation Devin maintained a low profile, sporting a safety covering, hoodie and oversized jacket. His socialite girlfriend later joined him in the mask-wearing as the pair headed out of the LA Memorial Coliseum. Kanye, 44, and Drake, 35, alongside a slew of other stars, have been advocating for the release of Hoover, a former gang leader who was convicted of murder in the 1973 and is currently serving a life sentence. Among members of the Kardashian clan, stars included Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly and Lizzo, gathered at the outdoor stadium for the $10 million show, which Kanye dreamed up, putting his differences with Drake aside in a bid to help Hoover, following his meeting with Donald Trump in the same capacity. Kim was spotted in the venue with her and Kanye's daughter North, 8, son Saint, 6, her sister Kendall Jenner, sister Kylie Jenner's ex Tigger, her mom Kris Jenner and Kris' boyfriend Corey Gamble. Kim's presence at the gig was particularly poignant as Kanye referenced his ex while he performed his hit Runway, adding a new verse, directed at Kim, saying, "I need you to run right back to me." More specifically, Kimberly. Kim filed for divorce in February after 6 years of marriage, yet Kanye has made several public and increasingly bizarre bids to reunite with the stunner in interviews and on stage. Kanye previously made his case to free Hoover on a track on his recent Donda album where he had a voice recording of Hoover's son Larry Hoover Jr. thanking him for bringing attention to his father's case. Back in 2018, Kanye had asked then U.S. President Trump to pardon Hoover, but the request was not granted. Regardless, Kanye and Drake continued the fight as they delighted fans with an energetic concert which saw them perform separately. However, the biggest thrill for diehards no doubt was when Kanye performed Drake's 2010 hit Find Your Love, which he produced. Kanye then played his own 2008 hit Can't Tell Me Nothing when Drake joined him on stage before the Canadian crooner carried on with his solo set. He delighted fans with older hits from his catalog including Jesus Walks, All Falls Down, and Gold Digger. The two then finished off the show together as they did one of their few hits together, 2009's Forever, which was off of the More Than a Game soundtrack. The concert has been streamed on Amazon Prime and in IMAX theaters. Cody Simpson shares adorable throwback photo of himself playing guitar as a kid and teases the release of his upcoming fourth studio album. Cody Simpson has teased fans with the potential of a brand new album. The hunky 24-year-old shared a throwback photo to Instagram of himself with a guitar before hinting at the upcoming release. "This kid just finished the album of his life. #CS4, he wrote. The CS4 appeared to be in reference to his yet-to-be-released fourth studio album. Musician turned Olympic hopeful Cody has made no secret of wanting to get back into the studio to make some chart-topping hits. In September, it marked a decade since his first EP Coast to Coast was released. The EP was a moderate commercial success, reaching number 16 on the Australian album charts. It reached number 16 on the US Billboard chart. "Thank you to all of you for being with me. I love you and owe you everything. The next one is loading," he wrote in the caption. The singer's fans were quick to comment, with his own sister Ali Simpson writing, "So many bangers." Cody, who previously dated Miley Cyrus, recently returned to his native Australia after spending years in Los Angeles. Despite training for the Paris Olympics, the musician and athlete has told fans he planned to always return to music. The Gold Coast native wrote on Instagram in July, "In the midst of my swim training regimen, playing music is still a massive part of my life. And I definitely don't stop thinking about those who listen to me," he continued. "Something special is coming when I hit 4 million followers. 4 equals my lucky number." Cody, who is dating Belgian model Marlo Stevens, last released new music in 2019. Cody debuted his romance with Marlo's in January this year. It came 4 months after ending his year-long relationship with American pop star Miley, who was previously married to Liam Hemsworth. The Pretty Brown Eyes hitmaker has dated several famous women besides Miley in the past, including model Gigi Hadid from 2013 to 2015. The first season of Bump was Stan's biggest ever premiere, breaking the all-time viewing record for a new series on the platform at the time. "We need this night out." Martine McCutcheon showcases her incredible figure in a black sequin cocktail dress as she parties with husband Jack. Martine McCutcheon was in the mood to party as she slipped into a little black cocktail dress for a bash on Thursday night. The Love Actually star, 45, looked incredible in the asymmetric frock and posed for the camera, later uploading the 2 snaps on Instagram. Martine joked how the night out with husband Jack McManus was welcomed after working together and parenting together makes us want to kill each other at times. The actress teamed the sequin sparkly dress with polka dot tights and pointed heeled boots. Martine pulled her hair back and accentuated her youthful complexion with a polished makeup look. She wrote in the caption, "She's out. Can't wait to join my management and friends for the at Matchstick group party. At Jack McManus 1 is my co-manager, as well as hubby for his sin, and he's even got a new tux for the occasion. He's going to be a mixture of James Bond at the end of a hard night and Mark Bolan with the curly hair. Oh, that's pretty sexy come to think of it. We need this night out. Working together, parenting together and generally being together nearly 24/7 makes us want to kill each other at times. But we've now got Luther Vandross playing and tonight it's about being a couple and having fun together. I'm off to get a glass of bubbles. Lots of love to you all." Back in October, the former EastEnders star playfully poked fun at her former Love Actually co-star Hugh Grant, dubbing his family the Waltons of Chelsea when she spoke exclusively to Mail Online. "It's so lovely to see him happy, content and settled as a dad," she said of the father of 5, 61. It wasn't long before she added, "His family are like the Waltons of Chelsea, there are so many kids," before bursting into a fit of giggles. Hugh shares Tabitha, 10, and John, 9, with his ex-girlfriend Tinglan Hong, 50, and Felix, 8, from his current marriage to Anna Eberstein, 42. He has since gone on to welcome 2 more children with the businesswoman, however their names remain unknown. He worked with Martine, alongside a very star-studded lineup, in the rom-com back in 2003 and the pair have remained firm friends ever since. Amanda Holden, 50, channels Parisian chic in a cherry red beret and ivory flares as she makes a very sophisticated exit from Heart Radio. Her stylish wardrobe never disappoints. And on Friday, Amanda Holden, 50, channeled Parisian chic as she left work at Heart Radio. The presenter oozed confidence as she strutted out of the studio in the flowing ivory ensemble and cherry red French beret. Amanda worked her best angles as she donned a pair of cream flared trousers that tied with a belt at her tiny waist and fanned to the floor. She tucked in a porcelain silk shirt with a plunging neckline and layered over a long crepe coat for the ultimate color-blocked look. The radio host added a pop of color as she wore her beret atop her straightened blonde hair. Amanda pulled out all the stop as she carried her essentials in a Gucci Marmorne Martelissé bag with gold logo detailing and a chain strap. To complete her outfit, she shielded her eyes with a pair of oversized cat-eye sunglasses and stiletto heels, in keeping with her color scheme. The Britain's Got Talent judge was sure to take to her Instagram to share her outfit details with her followers. Amanda struck a pose against the office wall as she revealed that her look was from high street brand Reese. She showcased her subtle makeup palette as she opted for a vintage style eyeshadow and matte nude lipstick. In another photo, she could be seen strutting her stuff as she walked around the studio as if on a catwalk. This comes as she enjoyed a boozy girls' weekend away with her famous friends including Tamzin Outhwaite, Lisa Faulkner, Angela Griffin and Sarah Parrish, as well as Nicola Stevenson and Tracy Ann Oberman. The presenter and her pals took to Instagram to share an insight into their festive antics, with sumptuous dinners, cozy nights in and spa treatments in Arundel in South Downs, West Sussex. While enjoying a roast dinner, the ladies wore Christmas-themed headbands and sipped on wine and champagne. During the evening, the women had fun posing up a storm back at their accommodation, and turned one snap into a mock Rolling Stones cover. Bring Your Mum to Work Day. Ashley Roberts, 40, shows her chic style is inherited as she steps out with mum Peggy after Heart FM appearance. Ashley Roberts cut a stylish figure as she left the Heart FM studios in London with her mother Peggy on Friday. Breakfast show showbiz reporter Ashley, 40, wore a brown and beige checked coat by Nasty Gal as she walked arm in arm with her equally chic mother. The singer teamed her outfit with a brown leather jacket which featured a sheepskin trim which she wore over her shoulders as she walked arm in arm with Peggy, who was clad in similar hues and toted an envy-inducing Louis Vuitton bag. Ashley draped her pilot-inspired brown coat over her shoulders, with the brown leather and shearling collar complementing her cord. The singer and dancer completed her look by wearing a pair of chunky black boots by Reiss while she carried a matching black bag. She wore a pair of dark sunglasses as she left work and styled her hair into a half-up half-down look while walking through the streets of Leicester Square. Her mother Peggy donned a two-tone coat, with one side brown and the other cream in colors which perfectly coordinate with Ashley's ensemble. She wore an orange turtleneck jumper with cutout detail to the front which she teamed with a pair of blue denim jeans. Peggy had on a pair of comfortable white trainers and carried a Louis Vuitton bag. She wore a pair of sunglasses just like her daughter as they headed off to enjoy the rest of their day in the UK capital. Sitting alongside Peggy in the Heart FM studio earlier in the morning, Ashley said, "Well, guess what I do love? The fact that I've got my mom in the house today. All the way from America. This is the first time she's been over in the UK in a couple of years now. 2 years." Taking the microphone, Peggy added, "Good morning." Hello. Ashley also took to Instagram to share some snaps of herself with her mother. Posing in front of a Christmas tree at the Heart FM studios, the pop star could be seen kicking her leg in the air as she hugged her parent. She captioned the image, "My heart." Australia's top TikTok star Miley Ford beams as she steps out for the Season 2 premiere of Stan's hit series Bump. She's best known for her hilarious and relatable skits on TikTok. And on Friday, social media star Miley Ford stepped out for the blue carpet premiere of Season 2 of the Stan original series Bump in Sydney on Friday. The 25-year-old, whose casting on the Australia comedy drama was recently revealed, opted for a sleek and sophisticated ensemble for the event. She teamed a white turtleneck with a chic pale sage green and black flared trousers. The social media sensation accessorized with a green pendant necklace, a YSL crossbody bag and black heels. She sleeked her luscious blonde locks up in a ponytail and opted for a light makeup look with a flawless foundation base, mascara, a hint of blush and nude pink lips. Miley appearance at the premiere comes after she won the Australia's Creator of the Year at the inaugural The TikTok For You Fest this week. Stan announced the news Miley's casting in a TikTok video on the streaming giant's account earlier this month. Miley Ford joins the brand new season of the Stan original series Bump. Premiering Boxing Day, only on Stan, the caption read. Miley is seen in the TikTok video acting as the school librarian, pushing a cart, scanning books, typing on a computer, fixing her glasses and shushing students. Bump will be Ford's first professional acting job. Discounting her comedic imitations on TikTok, her previous acting experience is limited. She had one acting credit for a short film from 2014. However, based on Stan's video announcement and Miley's previous work, it appears the young star is more than capable of delivering a brilliant performance. Bump follows Sydney High School students, Olay and Santi, who have a surprise baby, and the lives of their families. Season 2 of the comedy-drama series features the Chalmers Davis and Hernandez families once again dealing with love, laughter, relationships and drama. Bump is produced by Stan and Australian production company Roadshow Rough Diamond, along with its star Claudia Carvin. It's the same team behind the renowned Aussie series Love My Way. Stan has already announced a third season of Bump, which will go into production early next year. Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson reveal they got matching We Babies tattoos while promoting NYE show. Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson revealed they got matching tattoos during a joint appearance Thursday on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The 29-year-old pop star and 28-year-old comedian got body ink reading We Babies after acting in a Saturday Night Live skit together. Miley said they had just done a skit on SNL dressed as babies where Larry David, 74, looked at them and they said, "We babies." The Wrecking Ball singer said they both decided that would make a great tattoo. Miley, wearing a tight black bodysuit and a fluffy white coat, said after she got the tattoo that she stopped smoking weed the next day. She said she realized when she saw Pete in a Smart Water commercial that he had already gotten his lasered off. Pete responded jokingly that it was a very dark time in his life. "And then I burned mine off and you still have yours," he said to Miley. The two were appearing together to promote Miley's New Year's Eve party on NBC that will be jointly hosted by Miley and Pete. Jimmy had them play his True Confessions game where they both read statements and the other person tried to guess whether they were true. For her confession, Miley said that one time Flavor Flav introduced me to a group of people as Gwen Stefani. "This is very believable," said Pete, who added that he had met Flavor Flav. Miley then admitted it was actually true and occurred when she was with her father Billy Ray Cyrus, 60, at a radio show. Pete said for his confession, "I got caught by the cops while smoking my first joint. That almost seemed too obvious," Jimmy said. Pete told them that the first time he smoked a joint he went to a train station with his friends in Staten Island. He said he skipped math class because I was never going to figure it out. Might as well get into this thing for the rest of my life. Miley said she didn't believe him. She said his lie had too many details to be true. You smoke a lot of weed, you don't remember this story in this much detail, Miley said. Pete told them it was actually a true story. He said, kids at home, this is how you get off when you get busted with drugs. Jimmy looked shocked, but Pete said this was important. He said he went to the train station with his friend and 2 cops followed them. He said his friend ran, but that he just stood there and he confessed. He told them that he had also skipped school that day and the police told him to go back to class because he was a stand-up guy. Pete said his friend that tried to run got sent right to the slammer. Jimmy asked them both about their families. Pete shared that he had moved out of his mother's house. Miley also said that her family was happy, healthy and safe. Jimmy asked if their mothers knew each other. Pete said they did. Miley said they met during a Mother's Day skit on SNL. My mom was really the only one there who was as high as Pete Davidson, said Miley of her mother Tish Cyrus, 54. They were acting really weird and I couldn't figure out why, and then I realized. Pete said they were just giggling the whole entire night. Pete said right before everyone left that Miley told him that was her mother. I was like holy s*******, said Pete. I was saying some foul s****** to your mother. Miley told Jimmy that they were doing their show from Miami because she doesn't like to be cold. She said while the other shows will feature people in big coats that she will have no clothes on per usual. Hell be funny and I'll be naked and together we got a show, said Miley. Miley said she was also overseeing all the music on her show. She said she is constantly listening to new music and that she hopes to introduce viewers to different music from different genres on her show. Jimmy asked Pete if he was still taking singing lessons. He said he kind of was, but when Jimmy asked him if was going to sing on the show he said, absolutely not. Later in the show Miley performed It Should Have Been Me, a song by Yvonne Fair with the Roots. For part of the song, she sang directly at Pete and said it should have been me. She then walked away from the band and sat on Jimmy's desk and sang directly to Pete. It should have been me in the Lamborghini leaving that nicer *** restaurant. I'll go to watch a movie in freaking Staten Island, sang Miley to Pete in a clear reference to his recent date night with Kim Kardashian, 41. Miley Cyrus expresses playful heartbreak over Pete Davidson's romance with Kim Kardashian as she serenades the comedian with her own rendition of Yvonne Fair's It Should Have Been Me. Miley Cyrus put Pete Davidson's romance with Kim Kardashian on blast as they appeared together on Thursday's episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The duo stopped by the popular late-night show to promote their upcoming NYE special, when the 29-year-old songstress burst into a rendition of Yvonne Fair's It Should Have Been Me. While serenading the blushing 28-year-old comedian, Cyrus made direct reference to a date Davidson took Kardashian on during a visit to the West Coast last month. In pictures obtained exclusively by DailyMail.com, Pete and the 41-year-old cut star were captured grabbing dinner together at celeb-friendly Santa Monica restaurant Giorgio Baldi on Sunday, November 21. After their date, Davidson, who appeared to have a large hickey on the left side of his neck, whisked a very giggly Kim Kardashian away in his black Lamborghini SUV. The photos quickly made the rounds on social media just 2 days after DailyMail.com confirmed that a romance was, indeed, brewing between the unlikely pair. Pete Davidson: "How you gonna do this to me? It should have been me in that Lamborghini leaving that nicer *** restaurant," belted Cyrus. The string of lyrics immediately coaxed laughter out of the SNL star, who knew exactly what she was referring to. Miley continued, "I wanna watch a movie in Staten Island. It should have been me." Her clever follow-up line seemed to be in reference to Pete reportedly giving Kim a tour of his hometown of Staten Island in early November after she attended the WSJ Innovator Awards in the city. The day after the ceremony, sources told TMZ that Kim had ventured to Staten Island with Pete, where they enjoyed a private meal at one of his favorite pizzerias, Campania restaurant. During the remainder of her week in NYC, Kim was said to have dined with Pete on 2 occasions at the upscale eatery Zero Bond located in the heart of NoHo. Instead of being embarrassed by Miley's song, Pete appeared to be loving her playful performance, which was egged on by host Jimmy Fallon. Before concluding the bit, Cyrus took the ball cap off Davidson's head and placed it on her own, before hugging it out with the comedian. It was announced last week that Cyrus and Davidson will be ringing in 2022 together on December 31 as part of Miley's New Year's Eve party, a live special, in Miami. The Hannah Montana alum further officiated the news on Thursday morning by uploading a promotional snapshot for the special to Instagram. In the snap, the hosting duo was dressed to the nines, with Miley flashing a lot of leg in a skimpy beaded black gown and Pete in a Giorgio Armani tuxedo. In the caption of the post, Miley cracked a joke about Pete's notorious BDE, Big D ** K energy, in the caption, which earned a like from Kim. Romance rumors about Pete and Kim were sparked when the pair shared a kiss while in the midst of an Aladdin-themed sketch during the cut star's first ever Saturday Night Live hosting gig in October. After their reported string of dates in New York City in the weeks following her SNL stint, Pete ramped things up a notch by joining Kim at her mother Kris Jenner's Palm Springs vacation home on November 16 to ring in his 28th birthday. Snapshots from the low-key celebration were shared to Instagram by Flavor Flav, which showed the rapper and Kris posing for a pajama-clad picture with a very cozy-looking Kim and Pete. Just 3 days later, the lovebirds were photographed strolling hand-in-hand around Palm Springs, which served as the first official confirmation of their romance. That Sunday, they'd returned to Los Angeles to grab dinner in Santa Monica. Kim and Pete's public outings have been scarce in the past 2 weeks, seemingly due to the Thanksgiving holiday and the tragic passing of Louis Vuitton creative director Virgil Abloh. Kardashian reunited with her estranged husband Kanye West, who she filed for divorce from in February, to attend an honorary runway show for Abloh in Miami, Florida. The former couple also attended a memorial for Virgil in Chicago. The Donda rapper, 44, recently declared that God would reunite him and Kim, after saying weeks prior that both he and the kids wanted the same thing. Kardashian and West share 4 children, dog. Ben Affleck gestures emphatically as he and amicable co-parent Jennifer Garner step out in LA. As he carries on romance with on-again flame Jennifer Lopez. Ben Affleck was seen gesturing emphatically as he and his amicable ex-wife Jennifer Garner took a stroll together in Los Angeles this week. The 49-year-old former spouses remain in close contact as they raise their 3 children, Violet, 16, Serafina, 12, and Samuel, 9. Both of them were wintry chic as they headed down a tree-lined sidewalk and looked over some papers together. Ben wrapped a sleek midnight blue coat over a complimentary black top, sliding into jeans and a pair of brown leather shoes. He warded off the California rays with a pair of aviator sunglasses and kept his mask on as he strolled up the street. Meanwhile, Jennifer buttoned a pale brown knit cardigan over a blue button-down blouse, which she left untucked over her jeans. Ben is currently in the midst of a revitalized romance with his ex-fiancée Jennifer Lopez, whom he last dated in the early 2000s. Rumors they were back on were circulating in April, and by May they were seen on a romantic getaway in Montana in pictures exclusively obtained by DailyMail.com. Just this week, Jennifer were spotted romantically cozying up to one another as they watched his beloved Boston Celtics play the Lakers at the Staples Center. The duo had first become an item back in 2002, and that year J.Lo dedicated her album This Is Me, then to Ben. "You are my life, my sole inspiration for every lyric, every emotion, every bit of feeling on this record," she gushed in the liner notes. Jennifer, who starred in the flop 2003 film Giggly, became a couple the previous year in the wake of her split from her second husband Chris Judd. Although J.Lo and Ben planned to get married in 2003, they postponed the wedding, and then ultimately in 2004 they broke the engagement entirely. "I think Jen and I made a mistake in that we fell in love. We were excited and maybe too accessible," Ben reflected in 2008. "I don't think either of us anticipated the degree to which it would take on a world of its own," he explained on British television. The year after his split from J.Lo, he married Jennifer Garner, whom he split from in 2015 and finalized his divorce from in 2018. Although the Garner-Affleck split came after his affair with the family's nanny Christine Uzuzownian, Garner has insisted the dalliance was not to blame. "Let me just tell you something. We had been separated for months before I ever heard about the nanny," Garner told Vanity Fair in 2016. Ben has since dated such names as Saturday Night Live producer Lindsay Schukas, Playboy model Shauna Sexton, and Bond girl Ana de Armas. Anna and Ben met in 2019 while filming their erotic thriller Deep Water, helmed by Adrian Lyne, who also directed Unfaithful and Fatal Attraction. Several months after their relationship ended, it has emerged that Deepwater has also been yanked from Disney's release schedule. Disney, which had earlier planned to put the film out this coming January, did not say why they are declining to do so now, according to Deadline. Lizzo displays her curves in a white corset and bizarre sheer trousers as she holds hands with Mystery Man at Free Larry Hoover concert in LA. Thursday night saw rappers Kanye West and Drake put their long-running feud aside in a bid to raise money and advocate for a convicted felon. And Lizzo displayed her curves in a white corset top and sheer draped trousers as she attended the Free Larry Hoover concert at Memorial Coliseum in LA, with a Mystery Man. The superstar singer, 33, looked sensational in her unique figure-flaunting ensemble, as she strolled towards the venue while holding hands with her beau. Lizzo's textured crop top was held together with front clasps and teased at her cleavage, while also leaving a hint of her midriff on display. Her unusual trousers comprised sheer white material, gathered together at parts while loosely draped elsewhere so that glimpses of her legs could be seen. The hitmaker strolled along in chunky white platform trainers and carried her belongings in a multicolored YSL handbag. The singer was chaperoned by Pascal Duvia, Kim Kardashian's former bodyguard, who resigned from working for the Cut star 1 month after she was robbed at gunpoint in Paris. She was first spotted kissing the Mystery Man back in March in photos obtained by the Shade Room, but she took to Instagram after that to talk about her relationship status. Sharing a sexy video in lingerie, she captioned the post, "Single, but it appears months later she's still hanging out with the same man, despite wanting to keep details of their tryst under wraps." In August, she was spotted on a date with the same handsome gentleman, when they headed for dinner at Craig's in West Hollywood. And on Thursday, the couple attended the benefit concert held in a bid to free gang member Larry Hoover, who is currently serving a life sentence for murder. Kanye West previously made his case on a track on his recent Donda album where he had a voice recording of Hoover's son Larry Hoover Jr., thanking him for bringing attention to his father's case. Back in 2018, Kanye had asked then U.S. President Donald Trump to pardon Hoover, but the request was not granted. The rapper's benefit concert brought the stars out as Kendall Jenner, Chance the Rapper, Machine Gun Kelly, and Megan Fox were all seen supporting the cause as they attended the one-night-only event. Back in October, Lizzo came under fire for calling convicted felon Chris Brown "my favorite person in the whole ******ing world." She caught up with Brown backstage at the Los Angeles stop of the Millennium Tour, which featured Omarion, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, among others, while Snoop Dogg made a surprise appearance during the show at the Forum in Inglewood. A fan-shot video showed Lizzo approaching Brown and shouting, "Can I get a picture with you, 'cause you my favorite person in the whole ******ing world." The two posed together in one shot before taking another with her friends joining in. "Lizzo no baby," wrote one user, upset by seeing her palling around with the admitted abuser, not Lizzo asking this man for a picture. Yikes. Brown pleaded guilty in 2009 to one count of felony assault after he attacked his then-girlfriend Rihanna and left her so bloodied and bruised that she had to be hospitalized. Mark Ronson cuts a dapper figure as he joins new wife Grace Gummer to attend opening night of Stephen Sondheim's company on Broadway. Stephen Sondheim's company made its long-awaited return to Broadway on Thursday night, just 2 weeks after the famed composer-lyricist's passing at the age of 91. In attendance at the opening night at the Bernard B. Jacobs Theatre in New York City were Mark Ronson and his new wife Grace Gummer, who tied the knot in September. The songwriter, 46, looked handsome in a long black coat, which he teamed with black trousers, a striped white shirt and quirky black and beige shoes. Grace, 35, looked stunning in a grey checkered coat which she wore with black smart trousers and black boots. The actress, who is the daughter of Meryl Streep, wore her tresses in loose waves and opted for minimal makeup to show off her natural beauty. The newlyweds were joined by Mark's mother Ann Dexter Jones, who looked lovely in a black jumper and trousers underneath a cream coat. She wore her locks in their natural curls and finished her look with a swipe of pink lipstick. Joining the trio at the opening was actress Naomi Watts, who wowed in a trendy blue velvet blazer and matching trousers. The 53-year-old actress layered up her look with a long, houndstooth coat and slipped her feet into a pair of bright white ballet flats. Her signature blonde strands were slightly bumped under and parted to one side. Watts carried her essentials in a red leather purse that coordinated perfectly with her ruby-toned lipstick. Coming off the premiere of the highly anticipated Sex and the City reboot, Cynthia Nixon oozed confidence in an oversized black pea coat. Her signature blonde strands were slightly bumped under and parted to one side. Watts carried her essentials in a red leather purse that coordinated perfectly with her ruby-toned lipstick. Coming off the premiere of the highly anticipated Sex and the City reboot, Cynthia Nixon oozed confidence in an oversized black pea coat. The 55-year-old actress tied the coat tightly at the waist and wrapped her neck with a cozy cream scarf. Jane Krakowski showed off her tanned and toned legs in a plunging black blazer dress with satin lapels. The 30 rock star, 53, paired her mini dress with some black stiletto heels and an overcoat that she held in one hand as she posed. Her blonde hair was swept into a romantic updo and she accessorized with a pair of glitzy earrings. Marianne Elliott's gender-swapped revival of Company was forced to shut down in March 2020 in wake of the coronavirus pandemic and its subsequent lockdown. It was one of many productions, including the 10-time Tony Award-winning musical Moulin Rouge and the popular stage adaptation of Tim Burton's Beetlejuice, that remained in limbo for a year and a half as the virus wreaked havoc on the globe. Upon the reopening of Broadway in September, Company was one of the lucky few to return to the roster with a preview date set for November 15 and an official opening date scheduled for Thursday, November 9. Just 11 days before his passing, Stephen Sondheim, who wrote the music and lyrics for the beloved comedy, attended the musical's November 15 preview where he was greeted with a standing ovation. Prior to the start of the show, company's leading lady Patti LuPone took to the stage to dedicate the night's performance to Sondheim. Company made its original Broadway debut in 1970 at the Alvin Theatre and would go on to snag a record-breaking 14 Tony nominations and 6 wins. Tackling the complexities of commitment, coupledom, and emotional vulnerability, Company is deemed as one of the first modern musicals to revolve around adult themes. Lily Rabe shows off pregnancy glow in gorgeous pink gown for screening of George Clooney's coming-of-age film The Tender Bar in NYC. Longtime leading man George Clooney made his return back behind the camera as director for the new coming-of-age film, The Tender Bar. And on Thursday a very pregnant Lily Rabe, who's expecting her third child with longtime partner Hamish Linklater, lit up the red carpet at a special screening of her latest film, The Tender Bar, at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Among the other people who worked on the film to hit the red carpet ahead of the showing included Christopher Lloyd, Ty Sheridan, Daniel Ranieri, Michael Braun, Max Casella and Grant Heslov. Rabe, who's expecting her third child with longtime partner Hamish Linklater, lit up the red carpet in a pink gown. The design of the lovely number hugged her upper body, which helped showcase her growing baby bump, and had bell-shaped long sleeves with floral stem on each. She rounded out her look by pulling her long blonde tresses back into a bun with a part in the middle. The pair have been dating since 2013, are already parents to a daughter born in 2017 and a second daughter whom they welcomed in June 2020. Cherishing their privacy, they have not shared the names of their kids, although it is publicly known that he has the actor a 14-year-old daughter, Lucinda Rose, from a previous relationship. Rabe, 39, is best known for her multiple roles on the FX anthology horror series American Horror Story, and her lead role as Claire Bennigan on the ABC science fiction series The Whispers. She also received widespread recognition after being nominated for a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play for her performance in The Merchant of Venice. Written by Oscar winner William Monahan, The Departed and The Gambler, The Tender Bar is an adaptation of Pulitzer Prize winner J.R. Moehringer's best-selling memoir of the same name. It tells the story of J.R. Sheridan, a boy growing up in Long Island who seeks out father figures among the patrons at his Uncle Charlie's, Affleck, bar, according to Deadline. As his mother, Rabe, struggles to provide her son with opportunities denied to her, and to leave the run-down home of her father, Lloyd, J.R. begins to pursue his romantic and professional dreams. The ensemble cast also includes Max Casella, Sondra James, Max Martini, Michael Braun, Ivan Lung and Brianna Middleton. Clooney and Grant Heslov produced the film through their company Smokehouse Pictures, alongside Ted Hope, with Moehringer and Barbara O. Hall serving as executive producers. The drama film is slated to hit theaters in Los Angeles and New York in a limited release on December 17, and then open nationwide on December 22. Ed Sheeran looks worse for wear as he leaves dinner at Carbone after Rockefeller Center performance in NYC. Ed Sheeran looked worse for wear as he left dinner at Carbone in NYC on Thursday night. It came after the singer, 30, had given a stellar performance at the Rockefeller Center earlier in the night, belting out all his latest hits. Bleary-eyed Ed looked stylish in his low-key ensemble as he wore a grey leather jacket with shearling detail on the collar. He teamed the casual jacket with dark trousers and black trainers and carried a black bag with him as he headed back to his hotel in the Big Apple. Ed made sure to put safety first as he donned a surgical mask for the outing where he caught the attention of fans nearby. Earlier on Thursday evening he took to the stage at the iconic venue with his guitar and wowed the crowds with his songs. It comes after last month Ed admitted he engaged in reckless behavior while out partying and could have been robbed or kidnapped. The star told how he would often head out to clubs and bars by himself while he was on tour as he didn't have anyone to go out with. Speaking to the Mirror, Ed explained his tour crew were much older than him in the early days of his career and he didn't have security so would go out on his own. He said, "I lived in America for a year. I didn't have security and it was only me touring, and all my touring crew were like 50 and not wanting to go out. So I would finish a show and head out on my own. It was very reckless. I could have got robbed, kidnapped or anything." Ed calls his early years of fame his reckless period as he had lost some weight and found success. He told the Half-Caste podcast, "In terms of partying, in terms of dating, I'd say it was my reckless period. I was 22. I had a stutter when I was a kid, I had ginger hair, really big glasses and I was just a bit geeky, so girls were never, ever interested. Now I've had success, had my eyes lasered and lost some weight." However, Ed eased off on the partying after he started dating Cherry Seaborn when he was 24, with the couple marrying in 2019. It comes after Ed revealed his weight increased to over 15 stone when he quit touring, after indulging in beer and fried foods. The hitmaker said he decided to change his lifestyle 3 months before the birth of his daughter Lyra, 15 months, and has since shed 5 stone. Marc Anthony looks loved up as he steps out for dinner with new girlfriend Madu Nicola. After making red carpet debut at Latin Music Awards, he debuted his surprise new romance while attending the 2021 Billboard Latin Music Awards in September. And Marc Anthony stepped out with his stunning new model girlfriend Madu Nicola once again on Thursday in New York. Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, 53, looked loved up as he stepped out for dinner with the beauty. Marc wrapped up warm in a khaki padded jacket which he paired with a baseball cap and a chunky scarf. He completed his laid-back look with jeans, a light blue t-shirt and black and white trainers. He shielded his face with large sunglasses and sported black leather gloves. Madu looked stunning in black trousers and a beige long-line coat, adding a chunky scarf for extra warmth. She beamed as she linked arms with her new beau as they made their way home after dinner. Mark, born Marco Muniz, could not keep his hands nor his lips off his much younger squeeze while posing together on the red carpet earlier this year at the Latin Music Awards. Anthony seemed excited to show off Madu for the first time, despite her never appearing on his social media before this awards ceremony. The In the Heights actor kept it simple in a white button-up and shiny black jeans while Nicola flaunted cleavage in a black strapless dress. The May-December couple both got glam courtesy of hairstylist Marcos Carrasquillo and makeup artist groomer Jamie Harper. The three-time Grammy winner finalized his third divorce from model Shannon de Lima in 2017 after only 2 years of marriage. Mark amicably co-parents his 13-year-old twins Em and Maximilian with ex-wife #2 Jennifer, whom he was married to for 7 years until their 2014 divorce. Anthony has 2 sons, Christian, 20, and Ryan, 18, from his 3-year on-off marriage to Miss Universe 1993 Dianera Torres, which ended in 2003. The UN Amor Eterno singer also has 2 adult children, daughter Ariana, 27, and son Chase, 26, from his 2-year relationship with Debbie Rosadou. Mark, who's sold more than 12 albums worldwide, will next kick off his 27-date Pala Voy tour on October 8 at Illinois All-State Arena in Rosemont. Kate Ferdinand cuts a sophisticated figure in a chic wrap dress as she shows off her festive garland on grand staircase ahead of business meeting. She recently launched a support platform to help blended families. And Kate Ferdinand added a festive flair to her business outfit as she headed to an important meeting on Thursday. The former Toei star, who welcomed Sun Cree last December, looked incredible in a chic white wrap dress. In the festive picture, Kate, 30, posed in front of her lavish staircase in her and husband Rio's Kent mansion, which was decorated in Christmas garland. The beauty completed her look with black pointed toe stilettos and she accessorized with elegant gold drop earrings. Her blonde locks were styled in loose waves while her flawless makeup and red lip enhanced her natural beauty. Kate captioned the snap, "Felt good to get dressed up for a day of exciting meetings at Coast Fashion #AD #Dress Up with Coast." It comes Kate shared a cute video of her little boy Cree, 11 months, walking last week. The Only Way is Essex stars Tot walked towards the television to watch a cartoon, with Kate captioning the clip, "Nothing like early Saturday morning baby TV." Cree could be seen at the home Kate shares with her football pundit husband Rio, 43, with the room full of toys, including a ball pool. While Kate was enjoying her time with her little boy, she recently admitted she's struggling to keep up with her priorities as she gave an insight into life as a working mum. Last week Kate revealed she has launched a support platform for blended families. The former Toei star took to Instagram to announce Blended, as network for families meshed together by a breakup, fostering, adopting, loss or other circumstances, following her own experiences as a step-parent. She detailed the difficulties she faced when she became stepmother to her husband Rio's kids, Lorenz, 15, Tate, 13, and Tia, 10, and how their family has been made complete by her biological son Cree, 12 months. In her candid post, Kate spoke about becoming a stepmother after the tragedy of Rio losing his wife and the kids losing their mother Rebecca Ellison, who passed away in 2015, 2 years after being diagnosed with breast cancer. Lewis Hamilton catches the eye in bright orange jacket with floral pocket pattern and matching trousers at the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Is known for his unique sense of style. And Lewis Hamilton, 36, ensured he caught the eye of onlookers as he stepped out in a bright orange outfit at the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circuit in the United Arab Emirates on Friday. The racing driver could be seen wearing a lightweight orange jacket with large pockets with a floral pattern to the front over the top of a white t-shirt. He wore the item slightly undone to leave the metal chains he was wearing around his neck on show. The sportsman wore a matching pair of trousers which were gathered in at the bottom above his shoes. He completed his look by wearing a black pair of sneakers with a white trim around the bottom. Lewis had on a pair of mirrored sunglasses and wore a black face mask in a bid to protect himself and others from coronavirus. It comes as Formula One has announced a deal to continue racing in Abu Dhabi, which hosts the title-deciding season finale on Sunday, through 2030. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is held at the Yas Marina Circuit and was added to the F1 calendar in 2009. Sunday's race is the conclusion of 3 consecutive events in the Middle East and the 4th and final stop in the region on the F1 calendar. We are delighted to confirm that we will be racing in Abu Dhabi until 2030 under this new agreement, F1 Chief Executive and President Stefano Domenicali said on Thursday. We are hugely looking forward to the season finale this weekend when more Formula One history will be made. Lewis is seeking a record 8th championship on Sunday, but the winner of the last 4 F1 titles has been pushed all season by 24-year-old Max Verstappen. Hamilton has used 3 consecutive victories to tie Verstappen in the standings ahead of the finale. It marks the 4th time the title will be decided at Yas Marina, where the championship was settled in 2010, 2014 and 2016. Max has insisted that he is treated differently to other drivers and won't change his driving style after receiving 2 separate time penalties at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The Dutchman has refused to back down on his belief that he did nothing wrong during the penultimate race of the season, heading into his championship showdown with Lewis. Max twice ran deep in battles with Lewis at Turn 1 and was asked to give the position back on both occasions, receiving a 5-second time penalty for gaining an advantage off the track. In the most controversial moment of the Grand Prix, Max was found guilty after the race of brake-checking Hamilton on lap 37, after slowing down to let the Brit through, resulting in a 10-second penalty. Lewis was reluctant to pass Max before the doctor's line so he could get the speed advantage on the main straight, before the Dutchman applied the brakes and the Brit damaged his front wing after clipping the rear of the Red Bull. Reflecting on the race on Thursday, Max said that clearly things don't apply for everyone. As reported by Autosport, he said, "The things that I did in terms of defending, 2 other guys in terms of racing also did, and they didn't even get a mention or a penalty. So I don't understand, because I thought I was just racing hard. What happened for me didn't deserve any penalty, and clearly the other 2 people who did it, they didn't get one, but clearly it's only me who gets it." Of course, fighting at the front, people are a bit more critical, I guess, but for me I don't understand. The 24-year-old went on to add, "I think from my side, what is unfair is that I am treated differently to other drivers." It will also be available globally for streaming on Amazon Prime Video beginning on January 7th.